Fans on their feet as race number 2 of the playoffs is underway. Jeff mentioned they'd be fanning out there in turns 1 and 2, 2 and 3 wide, sometimes 4 and 5 wide on restarts. And already a side-by-side battle for second.
Truex had to get out of the gas there. Larson takes that spot. Now Truex under attack from the 9 car of Chase Elliott down into turn 1 and 2. Chase Elliott gonna clear this 19. Truex struggling so far on this first lap.
Ross Chastain in that one. Peeking to the inside of Tyler Reddick in the 45.
They're running right up on Truex, who is struggling right now.
If you're Truex falling this quickly, you have to wonder if something's wrong. To be as tight as he is, to be losing this many spots this early, I mean, he is slow, so slow through the middle. There's something wrong with that race car.
Well, that's what they said a week ago. Basically, the comments after Darlington where they had a slow qualifying effort and were just okay during the race.
Oh, he's wrecking.
Sure enough, into the wall he goes. The 19. He called it.
Hang up there, hang up there, hang up there. Still got about 5 more coming by you.
The caution comes out, and he'll make a hard left turn now as he's coming out of turn 4 and go on to pit road.
This is what we talked about in the whole pre-race show. Kansas, it's in a mile and a half. It looks so normal. It looks so benign. It's anything but. It's impossible to say why, but this car is destroyed, broken front suspension.
Flat right rear tire looks like from the very beginning of the race. You have to wonder how that tire was cut. But obviously going off in the corner with no grip, the tire goes away, he's into the wall. Lost 4 points last week at Darlington with a miserable day. Comes in here plus 25 to the cut line. It's gonna put him right on top of that cut line going into Bristol.
Great restart for Kyle Larson. Look at him shoot around the outside. Is he going to take the lead away from Bell? Kyle Busch, after starting at the back of the pack, has been making some moves since the restart.
He's not going anywhere fast. He's up to 30th right now, making a pass on that, trying to make a pass on Amarola.
And Joe Logano at the top of the screen taking a spot away right there as we move back toward the front. Bubba Wallace gets around Chastain.
Speaking of speed.
Man, Bubba, that was such a big gap to Christopher Bell that he has erased in just a couple of laps.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace now has taken over the second spot. He took it away from the fastest car on the racetrack.
You know, that's a dangerous thing when you have one of the faster cars also having one of the better pit crews. Let's listen into the 12 of Blaney about pit stops.
Wait a lap and a half forward. Not behind these guys, man. Before that was 39 laps. We got 41 to go here. Been trying to pass these guys all on.
So Blaney always gives us some colorful radio. He has a short temper, but this is what he's discussing. Look in front of him. He was in front of the 6. He was in front of the 17 of Buescher.
So much faster than these cars struggling back in the pack.
Well, it shows you the pace also. That's 25th and 24th in front of him. We're not that far into this race and lapping up into the mid-20s already.
Bubba's car seemed to have just fell right off or flat-lined. He was running down Larson by a lot, probably 2-3 tenths a lap. But I thought when Larson caught this traffic, it would make it easier for Bubba to get there. But Bubba has not been able to use this traffic to close the gap. The 3 car coming off the corner just snaps loose right there, overcorrects right into the wall. All the debris coming off the car. That was going to be a yellow eventually, but just right after this is when the 24 spins in just about the same spot.
Yeah, this right here just shows you how slick the racetrack is. Car is losing grip with the back tires. And then here you go, William Byron. He's in the gas, trying to make some speed, racing for Christopher Bell, and around it comes.
Yes, we need that radio. Erie, almost the same spot. Gets fortunate it doesn't really hit anything on the 24. Let's listen to what the 24 had to say.
I don't think I hit anything. I don't think I even got the tail. Yeah, I just was built to the right rear, and I knew I had to back it down, but yeah, too much.
No changes in the 5-car except for Goodyear tires. As for Christopher Bell, the change hurt the front and didn't help the back that they made on that green flag pit stop.
You see Sparks in the rear, catches the fuel on fire, catches the tire changer on fire. There's fire on his left arm, his left quad. It is dangerous on pit road. The tire changer from last week, Busher, there you go. There's Oren Osawoski, the rear tire changer for 24, telling AMR, nope, I'm all set.
Bubba Wallace trying to take advantage of a great pit stop. Can he stay out in front of the 5 of Larson? A good push from the 20. Christopher Bell trying to take advantage of his good pit stop as well.
Larson makes that bottom work. He's made the top work. Now the bottom. You see Bubba Wallace trying to block any run from Christopher Bell. Christopher to the outside. 23 and 20 side by side. Off of turn 4 down the front straightaway.
Bubba all the way down to the grass, running on the apron there as he crossed the finish line. Under 10 to go now in stage 1. 3 wide here. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Michael McDowell. Fighting for stage points. Top 10 receive them at the end of the stage. Who's going to get them? Blaney fighting. He's a car length away now. Again, there's another point that he could potentially gain now. A big run for Chastain as Larson is going to win his 4th stage of 2023 and at Kansas. Larson gets the stage 1 win. Bubba Wallace is second. Bell, Chastain, and Blaney top 5. Reddick, Hamlin, Keselowski, Elliott, and Harvick.
Look at the organization on the bottom of the racetrack, the push from the 9. This should get that 5-car clear before turn 1. Chase will be in a little bit of dirty air. The 5 up the racetrack just slightly, might be helping that 9-car get a little downforce. Now he's moving down the racetrack.
Trying to side draft on the 23.
On new tires, the bottom lane works really well. Chase Elliott a good run. Bubba Wallace a little bit better run. Chase slides up in front of him. Bubba with a big run off turn 2. Drives into turn 3. He's going to use all the racetrack and pretty easily make the pass. The pass happened in turn 3, but it all started with a great run off turn 2.
Reddick was able to get by Chastain. We'll see if he tries the crossover move. Chastain now right on his back bumper. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Will he try the slide job? It doesn't look like he's going to have enough momentum to clear him. And Reddick right up against the boards.
I tell you, Ross Chastain in this 1 car, they got to be happy with the speed coming into the playoffs. They were kind of limping. They weren't showing that they could race in the top 5, top 10 on a consistent basis, but here today, they're right there. I know they're not right now have winning speed, but they have good enough speed to get done what they need to get done.
This fight's not over as Hamlin now side drafts Keselowski, pulls him back and clears him.
Yeah, Stenhouse got into the wall a little bit, I believe, in turns 3 and 4. So there he is back at the screen. Just everybody runs. You talked about it at the pre-race, Jeff. Everybody runs an inch off the fence. That's where the speed is.
And a lot of smoke from the 23 of Bubba Wallace, who was running second.
Right rear tire flat.
Bubba Wallace with the right rear tire carcass about to come off.
Looks like a right rear. Who's a lap? Do I need to just do right?
So he's turning the right rear tire, tells me the toe link is bent or broken.
Toe link's broke?
Yes. So
Are you answering him? Yes?
I was answering him.
I like that, Rick. I like that.
I was looking at him turn the wheel.
So there's the car getting loose into the wall right there. Pretty hard contact. Riding on board. Oh, it blows out. You can hear the tire explode. Oh, man.
That's just unfortunate for Bubba Wallace. 7th playoff driver already in this race that's had an issue.
Larson choosing the outside line here.
Whoa, a lot
of contact, yes. bottled up back there when they were 4 wide. And close side drafting there for Chase Elliott as he tries to take the lead away from Kyle Larson, but the momentum building on that outside line again.
Larson's made that inside work several times today on restarts, but now 3 wide going down into turn 1. Reddick to the inside.
What a run by the 45 of Tyler Reddick. He surges to the lead here at Kansas.
Tyler slides up in front of Larson, though, to block him, and that gives.
Got a spin in the back. The 2 of Cindric is around.
Austin Cindric sliding on the apron, and the caution comes out.
Caution. Get it back going. Nothing else coming.
Yeah, restarts are crazy here. So watch as this thing moves forward. Michael McDowell up the racetrack a little bit. Then watch the 2 of Cindric. He moves up and gets into the side of McDowell. And now McDowell, I'm sure, is a little bit angry and goes and chases the 2 car down, and around the 2 goes.
Well, that's not nice.
No, that's just the aggression of this racetrack. There's so many places you can go. McDowell racing for the playoffs.
The 23 of Bubba Wallace still on pit lane, so what I thought was looking up because they got a lap back. Now I have some concerns. The repairs are more than we once expected.
So, again, Bubba Wallace on pit road as they go back up through the gears and back underway with 46 laps to go in stage 2. And Steve, they made minimum speed, correct? So they're not on the DVP. There's no time clock that they're fighting now.
No time clock. Now just this chaos right here they're trying to get back into.
See if he can hang on to it. Reddick trying to battle up there and take it away from him. A couple cars in the wall toward the back of the field. The 14 of Briscoe and the 7 as well.
Yeah, I think it started right here. He's got a problem.
14 couldn't get down as far as to pit road as he went by, and very slow on the racetrack.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he said it shut
All right,
off.
work all your switches here. Work all your.
Weird.
Some sort of electrical issue or an ECU issue.
Here we are on the back straightaway. The car's already lost power, and the 7's going to come up here running the top of the racetrack with nowhere to go. Luckily, not any hard contact. Everyone else is able to avoid.
Not any hard contact, but you would have hoped that the spotter on the 7, and
Yellow
there's
is
the
out
yellow.
here.
Right there, like, I mean, I know it's hard to spot, but you got to kind of be letting your guy know we got a car slow going down the backstretch or slow run on the top.
Top 8 cars did not come to pit road. We'll see if those fresh tires, and we see them peeking out already, will they make a difference?
Yeah, Reddick's putting Keselowski 4 wide. But look at Brad right through the middle.
Oh, they're checking up big time in front of him. He's going to get a ton of spots. Larson had a big problem off of 2.
Still not sorted out. We're 4 wide, getting down into turn 3.
Brad Keselowski already getting by Larson, who started on the front row. Now Larson with the momentum. He's gained it back, and they stay side by side.
And the 5 is continuing to drop back.
Yeah, he's fallen back to 11th already, and now down to 12th.
Well, and Kevin Harvick on the new tires, you see how much more grip it has. I think he's going to have the huge advantage. This wasn't about were new tires what you needed. Everybody knew that tires were going to be a huge advantage. This is about how many tires you have left. The teams that pitted now only have 3 sets remaining for the rest of the race. The cars that stayed out, like Blaney and the 9, have 4 sets. How many yellows will we see in that final stage?
As we see Brad Keselowski take second away from Kevin Harvick.
Down here in turn 3 and 4, the 6 goes low. He can disrupt the air just a little bit right here and cause the 9 to have to get out of the gas just a little bit on corner exit.
Now he's got him where he wants him. Now he's got can side draft him. What can he do on corner entry, though? Can he drive deep enough in the corner to clear him?
Under 3 laps to go in stage 2, and Keselowski leading at Kansas.
Use a lot of racetrack up on the exit of 2. Kind of a little bit of a slide job. That's giving Chase some forward momentum.
He's going to dive here. You're good. Protect your top here. Clear, 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 clear.
Then he's going to fill that hole in the top.
Big speed here by the 11 down the back straightaway. He'll clear easily into second place.
So now what does he do? The final turn of stage 2, down to the bottom of the racetrack. Hamlin, 2 car lengths away. Not enough momentum for Hamlin as Keselowski is going to win stage 2 at Kansas.
Brad got a great jump there, and he's going to get away from the 11, so the side draft can't happen. Then he draws right back up on his quarter panel here through the outside of turn 2. Good momentum for that 11 off of turn 2, side by side down the back straightaway. They've broken away by a couple car lengths on the second row.
And you heard the confidence that Denny Hamlin has in his race car. He drove that thing into the corner. Keselowski tried to outdrive him. Denny wasn't having anything to do with it.
Don't look now, but here comes Eric Jones in the 43 as well.
They had such a huge run on those 2 cars leading, running side by side. Look at Reddick around the outside, almost into the wall right there. Up in the turn 3 wall, the 21.
Harrison Burton is slow. The caution has come out. It's the 8th of the day for cautions.
See you guys, toe links for
They had
sure.
an issue.
Hit right front hard as well.
Harrison had an issue off of turn 2, I believe with the 16 car. I'm not quite sure. Another great launch for that 6 car, Keselowski. Really been the only car that I've ever seen on restarts to be able to lurch forward and clear the outside line. Look at Denny and them up top. Brad had to defend that low off the exit of turn 2 and slow down the momentum the 11 car had. Denny to the bottom of the racetrack. Is it an opportunity for him to be side by side? He's right to the quarter panel.
Coming up to you.
Side drafting down the front straightaway.
Stay away. He's still going to be there. He's still there. Just be smart here. Inside by himself. Just hit your marks up top there.
Reddick's driving up on these 2 cars as they run side by side, but Denny's going to clear easily for the lead. Here comes Reddick on the inside now.
A little more momentum out of Keselowski as well. Can he fight back?
Reddick's going to slow him down. Rick side drafting him and down into turn 3. Reddick's going to clear.
5, who is definitely winning the award for perhaps the highest, just finally reaches out a little too far and kind of gets sucked into the wall.
Oh, he rides along the wall there quite a ways. That's tough on the sidewall of the tire, but as far as we can tell, we're escaped some serious drama right there for the 5.
And now we have the regular season champ giving up all of his advantage. There's a chance he could go to Bristol below the cut line. Couldn't be a worse start to the playoffs for the 19 of Truex.
You see that 5 of Larson trying to get by Eric Jones, and that will put him up into the 5th position now.
Chase Elliott just takes a spot away from this 6 car for 3rd. McDowell back on the racetrack with those new tires, going to look really good right here down in turn 3 or 4.
Turn 1, 17
Chris
car,
Buescher. Another playoff driver.
That's a right rear tire issue, it looks like.
Yeah.
No caution yet.
None, but will the tire, basically carcass, stay on the car? He's up against the wall trying to get down off the bar. There's the yellow. I think you have to throw the yellow with a car that slow up against the wall down the backstretch.
Junior getting into turn 1 with the right rear down.
He is so lucky and fortunate this happened on the straightaway. That keeps him out of the
toe link
fence.
and everything looked okay.
Yep, that keeps him out of the fence. No toe link issues.
And there's a lot of guys who took that 2-tire option.
So 5 spots gained by Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, Logano. We're not exactly sure, but I think that was a 2-tire stop where he gained 12 spots.
Yeah, so the 43, the 8, the 22, 2 tires, they all gained some. The Hamlin only loses 3 to guys that took 2 tires, and look how close this is, the 6, the 9, the 5, big contact between the 5 and the 9. I actually think the 5 of Larson,
Look.
Oh, yeah.
boy.
Chase was
Man.
not happy about it. He had no idea that it was Keselowski that moved him up the racetrack.
Yeah, that was, there was not much you could do in that situation. Coming off pit road, basically 4 wide.
2 laps to determine a potential advancement in the playoffs or maybe a win. Green flag back in the air. Overtime presented by Credit One Bank.
Hamlin was sleeping on the start. He did not get a good launch at all.
Logano to the inside, 3 wide. Can he clear? Here comes Jones on the outside.
2-tire stop for Jones as he works that outside. Larson loses a little momentum. Here comes the 8 of Kyle Busch as well.
It's a big run from behind on the back straightaway.
Hamlin and Larson contact into 3.
Reddick now with momentum coming to the outside.
Reddick dives down low, 3 wide. He's going to be clear going into turn 1.
One more time around. Reddick out in front now. A big run out of the 11, but the door is closed by Jones. Eric Jones running second, Hamlin is third. Tyler Reddick looking for his 5th career win. Reddick out of 4. He's going to advance to the round of 12. Reddick wins in Kansas.
Let's go! Yes! All right! You are awesome, buddy. You are awesome. That is awesome.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports at NBC YouTube channel.